Hello everybody, welcome back. 100 Proof Whitetails.
100 Proof.
Let us know how it's going. We're just going to sit here tonight and read the paper and relax because working so damn hard.
Working real hard.
Not really.
Look at that.
We're hardly working.
It's
Alright.
a trail cam picture of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coyotes. Maybe 9 in one picture.
That's AI. Alright, so I want to do the quick shout out of our sponsors up here in this corner. Direct your attention over here just above Nate's shelf. Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness in Newark, New York. Go see Dr. Britt for all of your chiropractic needs. Sauna. They got a nutritionist on site. What else am I missing, Nate? Masseuse on site now too.
Get yourself deep tissue.
Yep. But yep. Busy Bee Chiropractic. Dr. Britt will take care of you. Man, there's just weird noises coming out of this barn tonight. I want to thank M&R Firewood Services, also out of Phelps, New York. Helped us out, donated some stuff for the raffle, so to Busy Bee. A couple bundles of firewood for raffle baskets, which my wife ended up winning, so kudos to her. Now I got a bunch of cherry wood.
Do a little smoking.
A little smoking. So yeah, so hit them up. They're on Main Street in Phelps. They also have a stand down on Seneca Lake, just past Smoking Pete's there. Next up, Pierce Metalworks, which is where we're doing the show from live tonight. Another one of Pierce Metalworks custom creations is right here. What are we calling him?
That's Willie the Willow that grows maple leaves.
That's Willie the Willow that grows its maple leaves. So, for any of your custom fab work, repairs.
Mr. Hanky. Could be Mr. Hanky.
Yeah, it looks like a big Christmas poop. But, yeah, any of your repairs.
Spray paint some of the nodules yellow. Get a little corn.
Got some cankers.
Get a little corn in there.
But yeah, so reach out to Pierce Metalworks for all of your repairs, custom fab needs. You've done jig molds, you've done tons of repairs on stuff, turning out parts for a bunch of different places. So keeping you busy. I don't see you much anymore.
I'm busy.
You're hustling.
Hustling, trying to make it in this crazy world.
So thank you, Pierce Metalworks. Also want to thank Phelps Fire Department, where we had our Youth Day. We'll talk more about that this episode. I want to thank them. If you're looking for a place to have an event, reach out to Phelps Fire Department. You can find them on Facebook at Phelps Fire, Ontario County.
Yeah, they got a full kitchen. They got
clubhouse.
They got a bar.
Clubhouse.
So
It's a clubhouse. They got darts, all sorts of stuff. Tables and chairs on site. So, good place to have an event. Plenty of parking.
Oh yeah, tons of parking.
So,
big yard out back. Hell, you could throw up 20 bounce houses on there.
yep, absolutely. Heritage Outdoor Sports over in Phelps, New York for all of your archery needs. Go see Lou and Mike over at Heritage. And if you need any last minute stuff, or you're shooting too many deer or missing too many deer, running out of arrows or broadheads, go see them.
Or squirrels.
Any issues with your bow, go see them as well. You can still get in before we think the prime time is coming. So, get in there and get anything straightened out. Also, if you got to get some shooting done and the weather's kind of crappy, they do have the indoor range as well. As long as Mike doesn't have a lesson, that's usually open and available. So go check them out over on Melvin Hill Road, Heritage Outdoor Sports. And thank you to them for sponsoring our youth event. And last, we have Whitetail Properties Finger Lakes team, Tim Kent, Heather Kent, and Ben Williams here, serving you for all of your real estate needs in the Finger Lakes, helping unite buyers and sellers on properties, and doing a little bit of that today on all sides of the coin. So cool stuff happening with that. If you're a seller, let's find your buyer, and if you're a buyer, let's start your land search today. And with that, on to the episode.
Good job, Ben.
Yeah.
You out of breath?
No, not too bad. And that's all without a script, dude.
Sponsors are
Speaking from the heart.
From the heart.
So
call them sponsors. We got 6 now.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the 100 Proof Bucky up in the corner now. So, yep. So we have the live Q&A going like always. Any of your questions or comments, drop them in. I'm going to pull it up on the Facebook lead. Nobody's commented and said we're not sounding good, so I think we're in good shape tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, look it's even got the captions on.
Look at that.
Fancy.
So you can read.
If you can read, you're in the game.
You are in it.
All right, so here you go, Nate.
So let's start off with the chicken barbecue.
Actually,
Chicken barbecue was a success, I would say.
the only thing, and I'm going to say this now just because it's funny and you and me can have a little laugh about it. We didn't get chickens for our own chicken barbecue.
Yeah. Well, we sold 55 tickets, cooked 60 birds, and somehow ended up with no dinners left. So I don't know what happened there,
I don't either.
but
Because it's funny because
and I know one other person that bought a ticket didn't show up because
Gary?
something came up. So there's two.
Oh,
That
okay.
didn't
So I
show
thought
up.
you were talking Gary
Gary,
Miller. Gary bought one,
oh,
and he didn't show up.
he didn't show, and then a guy at work didn't show.
Yeah, so we sold.
So we should have had 7 dinners left over.
And that's what it looked like at the end of the day, and I don't know what happened to them.
They're gone.
They were just like there was I remember looking back, and there was a stack of like a dozen of them, and I was like, okay, and you're like, well, so and so hasn't grabbed one, so and so hasn't grabbed one. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, fine, and then
Because we boxed it all up at the end, and then.
yep.
But whatever.
So
Is
anyway,
what it is.
we sold, and I counted them. We had 54 stubs, and somehow we didn't get chickens. You know, I would.
I don't know. Someone got multiple dinners, I guess.
Yeah, somebody was double dipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it worked out good.
We were able to.
Raise a bunch of money.
We raised.
I'm counting it right
$100.
Well, we had more people drop stuff in there.
We raised $100 for the Phelps Fire Hall,
Yep.
and for the FFA and the 4-H, which we're gonna give them guys a call. We got them separated here, so
6, 7,
well, it's an even split, right?
14, 15. Because we had the buckets out.
Oh, so it's not an even
16,
split.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
But
So right here, I just counted it. We'll double check count it, but 425 going to
supported the cause, and I think it was fun.
yeah, so
Like
425 for Mid Lakes FFA. Already reached out to them. We got to send a check to the board, and they have to approve our donation, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So I told them, I said, so what happens if they don't approve it? I was like, the money just like magically go to the school or something else? Like, I said, if they don't approve it, you know, because we do have, you know, drinking or whatever on the podcast, and we might swear a little bit, especially when Jesse's on, but, you know, so if for
won't
whatever
just take
reason
a
they
donation?
don't, if they won't like accept the donation, I guess we'll just give it to, you know,
4-H.
4-H.
Oh, whatever.
Or somebody else.
They can be snooty, whatever. So, yeah, we did the event. The raffles went well. Majority of people showed up. I didn't hear too many complaints.
Nope, chicken was all good.
Chicken was good.
From the people that told me they had it.
Yeah. Everyone liked the dinner. The raffles went good.
And this is an even 400.
Even 400.
So, 825 raised for local kids. So, yep. But yep. So the reason that they're a little bit off split, so we took everything before we put them in the jars. We took everything that we made from the event and we split it into 2 piles, counted it out even, and then when I went back through, there was monies that were put in the jars individually because we had 2 donation jars if people wanted to donate directly to those, and that's why there's the $25 in difference. So,
Yeah.
yep.
And what else we got going on with the chicken barbecue? No one showed up to really shoot the course. Will and his kids messed around with it a little bit at the end.
Yep. So,
So the archery course didn't really get much action. But I think overall everyone enjoyed themselves. Seemed like the kids were having fun running around. think it was definitely a success. I want to say thanks to everybody who chipped in.
Yeah, Sam helping you
My
stir the
brother,
dinners.
my uncle,
Platt went down, picked up chicken with you.
Clap took a ride with me to get chicken down there at Dudley's.
Yep.
Give them a plug, I guess.
Yep, Hannah for keeping Nora under control with my folks and everything while that was going on, so I kind of keep stuff running. So, a couple things we heard back from folks, like they wanted like another game or two, possibly or something like that. So
We need little butter packs for the rolls.
for butter packs for the rolls, yep. So
So a couple things to improve on, but overall, I think it was definitely a success. We raised money.
yep.
Raised
Yeah, and that
money
was,
for 'em.
like I said, that was after everything was, accounted for or whatever from the couple, things that we donated from, buying it like Tractor Supply and stuff like that in the off season or whatever. So that's straight net, dude. Almost $1,000 for the kids.
For the kids.
Pretty damn close. So I heard all of our sponsors are going to pony in and match dollar for dollar.
That would be something.
Yeah, no, we're just playing. But no, it was a good event. Thank you to the sponsors. I think everybody that's a sponsor stepped up and donated stuff. You donated a little bit extra. You and me at the end of it were like, I think it's like this, but like just $100 or whatever for that stuff, or pretty much. So yeah, we weren't taking a dollar for dollar because it's for the kids. But and then I went out to the and I didn't know what you had going on. I know you had some family stuff and everything going on, but the Mid Lakes FFA had that like farm expo thing this past weekend there at the school. So that was cool. I think definitely you should bring Owen to it next year because a bunch of the local farmers had their tractors there and stuff like that, and there was a couple baby cows, some sheep, chickens, rabbits. So, and I sit up there with Jeff and, had a couple furs out there and just had like an educational hands-on booth for the kids. So they enjoyed that. Yep. So, and that's where I got talking to them about, well, how do we get you the money? And they're like, well, you got to give it to the school. And then they decide at a board meeting if we can have the money. And I'm like, okay.
4-H.
I was like,
the money.
and I told them, I was like, I have a jar with money in it. And they're like, you got to send a check. I'm like, oh, okay. So
That's odd.
we'll get it to them.
Figure it out.
Nothing coming in on the Facebook line. Got a bow comment, meaning bow hunt, and we're just gonna stir that pot. Put that big. Look at that. Take up the whole screen.
Oh yeah.
All right. Anyway, so Bo says good luck this season and be safe out there. Thank you, Bo. He says, just want to point out, I've been noticing as I scroll through these posts of deer harvests here in New York State during archery season, I've seen quite a few where people aren't showing or mentioning the method that they use to take their deer in the photo with them. It's something worth pointing out and paying attention to. Take note of how many harvest photos that detail is left out. I wonder what weapon they are leaving out and why. With a thinking face and then a laughing face. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of guys don't, lay their bow on the deer either. I've noticed that. The one thing I have a problem with is if you are lucky or, if you are able to take a deer with the crossbow, and this goes for your firearm photos too, make sure that the weapon's unloaded, and that means your crossbow's not cocked, sitting on the deer either, and make sure, like, your rifle's not, like, pointing at your stomach when you're taking a picture with the deer.
Yeah.
Or make sure the bolt's open, or, just make sure the gun's not loaded, dude, like, or your weapon's not loaded. It's kind of hard for your vertical bow to be loaded and be dangerous, but, same idea, just be cautious of it. Be super careful of your broadheads and stuff when you're laying your bow down on a deer too. Make sure that your arrows are in your quiver good and secure so you don't pop it off. And I was at Heritage the other day grabbing my broadheads because I needed another pack of broadheads because I was running low. And I was in there and a couple guys had brought bows in. They'd been out shooting their broadheads and they nicked the strings and blew the bows up. Shooting their broadheads.
Yeah.
So just be careful.
Did that last year.
Just be careful with that, because they're sharp and that string's under tension, dude. It will pop it like a big rubber band with a lot more damage. So, but yeah.
So I don't know what Bo's insinuating. I mean, there was always the theory that before crossbows were legal, October 1st, that pictures that were taken and posted without the weapon in it, people suspected that other people were shooting them with crossbows during bow season.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess maybe you would be insinuating that
That, to an extent. Um, I gotta actually make sure that this mic doesn't keep muting for whatever reason. If the audio ever if cuts out, just let us know in the comments, guys. Um, so, yeah, I'm just trying to keep an eye on everything best I can. Trying to split the screen and stuff. So, it's new. We don't have the extra viewer screen that we normally have down at the bar.
yeah,
That's the next upgrade. We can only do so much at a time.
we're gonna do so much at PMW right now.
Yep. But no, it's good, dude. Shop's coming along good. Looks like you got.
I haven't seen a whole lot of harvest posts because I haven't really been on Facebook a whole lot.
No, I haven't hardly been on either. So I'm sure there's some
Tomorrow,
dude. I mean,
everyone's celebrating today.
everybody's.
Tomorrow.
That's the other thing. Everybody's got. Watch out, buddy. Everybody's got somebody that they know that hunts, especially in the circles that everybody runs in. So you're gonna have people that have been successful or kill. Who knows? Jesse might call us and be like, "Dude, I fucking shot one tonight."
I thought he was messaging us, giving
Yep.
us updates on
his activity. He said he had a what do you say, a limping turkey coming by.
yeah.
So
He's limping, Ben.
he's limping. I think that's what he was making.
He said he
the joke
thought
for.
of He said he thought about that turkey might have had to attack him. He might have had to defend himself.
Yeah, self-defense or protect his crops there too, his food plot.
Yeah.
Protect his crops. But yeah, so that's a good reminder that for fall season, we don't open in the southern zone until I don't want to know what it is right off the 15th or 16th or something like that. I think because they split our fall season now with northern zone and southern zone.
Yeah.
So
I think it might be actually like the 21st.
aha. I googled it because I thought Jesse was going to shoot one, and I was like,
16th.
I couldn't remember if we were open October 1st or not for Southern Zone. So for this fall season, Northern Zone is October 1st through the 14th. So if you're north of like Syracuse, up in the Tug, Adirondacks, that kind of area, check your guidebook to know where you're playing. But it's October 1st to the 14th, and then Southern Zone we are the 16th through the 29th. And if history repeats itself like it usually tends to do, I will see turkeys on the 30th or Halloween. It's always a day or two after, dude. I have a huge fall flock. I say huge. A good-sized fall flock come in, and it's not season. So I've never had the opportunity to take one, legally with the bow during bow season. I've had them come by when I've been out there, but just never, well, their season's open, so, but, yep. So other than that, what'd you find for good topics in the outdoor news?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing caught my eye.
No.
Did you find anything?
I grabbed it off the counter as I was grabbing the mic on the way back through, dude. I've been on the road since like 5:45 this morning or something.
Low water levels.
And I actually had to turn around. Yeah, there are low water levels everywhere.
Closed Salmon River.
What? They closed the Salmon River?
Lower Salmon River.
Oh, no shit. So keep that in mind for all you trout fishing guys. At the Salmon River, they're closing parts of it with the low water levels. That's crazy. What else is new and exciting? I was able to get all my stands trimmed. Did put up a video about how to lay out and design like an old field type spot around that poplar stand that's over at my grandma's piece. One that's like set up in that back goldenrod field by the pond and all that stuff. One that's in that big poplar.
That
kind
one's
of,
always overgrown.
yeah. So I went up in there and checked it and everything like that, and did a quick video about why that spot's kind of set up and how it's set up and everything. But the big thing is, like we always talk about, is access, dude, and that's why, you know, hunting it with the right access, right conditions to, you know, be successful and be able to get in and get out and hunt those spots more than once too, is huge. So,
Yeah.
and then having spots for different winds, different times of the year, you know, so on and so forth. So, but yeah, between the two of us, I don't know, dude. What do we got? Probably 50 stands or more.
Easily.
Yeah. So lots of options, lots of opportunities, dude. Cause
Stands everywhere. Got stands on stands.
yeah, I have old chain-ons, dude, that are like grown into trees and then like a ladder stand right next to them. So, yeah, cool stuff like that. Some stands that are living in trees now because I can't take them out because the tree grew around them. Like that one clump maple at Topfield is like that. We tried to get it out last year, we couldn't. And that one's got a chain on stuck in above it too. So it's always been a good spot, you know.
Yeah.
But it's just like this has gone to the point now where it's past like the V bar and it's growing like onto the platform. So your platform's getting smaller every year now. So, yeah.
Jerry Bryant commented, said, "Good luck this season, and may the Lord bless you with safe punts." Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you,
too.
Jerry. Appreciate it. Yeah, be safe. Everyone shoot straight out there. Tether up. Don't be like me in my video the other day. I was running around back.
Did you get bashed?
No, but I gave myself a slap on the head for putting a
Oh, bad boy.
bad boy for putting
Bad boy.
putting a video up when I was up in a stand without a harness. You know, also was checking stands by myself that day, so it's also probably a no-no. So, but and I was actually texting my mom like where I was going and when I was going there because she was watching Nora, and I'm like, hey, I got like 2-3 hours. I can get over there. I can drive the truck basically at every stand pretty much.
Yeah.
You know, within a decent walking distance. So I was like, I'm just gonna drive there.
Break.
You get a stone.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna drive there, scoot up to the stands, and do one last card pull and see what we got going over there. And I still have all these cards that I pulled that I still haven't looked at. I was actually, well, we'll dive into a funny story later. But what do you got going for season? You got everything done too, right? Everything's
Yeah,
just in.
actually, Sunday, we had my sister's wedding on Saturday. So Sunday was just kind of a slow going, puttering around the house kind of day. So I was able to get all my hunting clothes because they've been hanging outside for over a week now. I got them pulled in. I got them put away in the ozone closet. Gave them a shot of ozone on Sunday. The only thing that I haven't done yet is just organize and pack my hunting pack.
And I did wash my clothes, so I got that done.
But yeah, I'm good to go. There's only one stand that I didn't trim, but it's
Is that the one with the raccoons in it?
no. Which oh yeah, that's something we can
Dude.
talk about. Went viral.
Nate went viral.
I went
Like, dude,
viral.
I'll check the view counter, dude. I had to turn the notifications off because my phone was constantly vibrating with people liking and commenting on your video.
Yeah.
Who knew, like, you know, not like our nice hunting topics and tactics and strategy video. It's, oh yeah, what's up in that stand? Oh yeah. And then everyone's like, get the camera off of your face. And just some of the stupid comments from people. We don't want to see your face. We want to see what's going on. It's like, dude, I think all we did was post it on, like, the Hunter Proof page.
I just posted on the Hunter Proof page.
Yeah, like, we didn't even, it's not like we put it out on all these hunting pages and everything like that.
It's kind of cool. So 100,000 people saw my face.
Yeah. And some raccoons scurrying up a tree.
And raccoons scurrying up a tree. They were all snuggled in nice.
Yeah. Got some good cover scent laid down up there.
Yeah. I guess I should just hunt with raccoon piss.
Maybe. I can't stand the smell of coon piss, dude.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. So, I always hated it when I was But our follower count did go up too. We're almost at 1,000 followers now. So, and I have to go through. That's the one thing I've been waiting for is to when the viral views and starts tapering off, because I'll go back through and everybody that's like commented on that or liked it, I'll go through and like invite them to the page specifically, so we can get another flush of that. We've also been trying to keep up on our short videos, so thank you guys for checking those out and liking and putting the comments on those. Sorry if we're not getting to them in a timely fashion. We're doing the best we can with what we can. You know,
What we got?
if you keep supporting us, maybe we'll get like a social media person to keep up on our stuff. So yeah, Nate, you're right. It's over 102,000 views right now.
Get it off your face.
We got 2.2 thousand likes or reactions, 54 shares. So people have been sharing it everywhere. 102,000 views and 14 comments. Some of the highlighted comments were good cover scent. Gary says keep camera on stand. Landon says shake it. I think if you shake it more than twice, you're
Oh, I shook it. I
Make
wasn't
sure
climbing up there.
make sure none more were.
Hell no.
Rose commented on it with a picture of a coon sleeping in her stand.
There it is, mine.
Yeah, with a comment of mine. Mike Anderson says, we don't need to see you. We want to see what's going on.
Thanks, Mike.
Lonnie Holyfield says, always been my fear. I don't want to have a freaking fisher curled up in mine or something. Coon, I could, he's going to run away from it, I would think. But I just hate when you get up there and there's a big pile of coon shit in the stand. That's never fun.
Just thanks.
Andy Lockhart says, LOL, neat. Timmy Douglas, I mean, if your small game season overlaps, ... I mean, Jesse would probably shoot them all off the tree.
I thought of that when I watched the coons run up the tree. I was like, Jesse would be shooting at these things right now.
Dave Heltz comments deer with laughy cryy face. And then Jim Fluke says, better than a Mexican.
Great. Thanks, Jim.
Oh, and then the top comment, meaning the top comment that got likes from people, is Joe Thiessen. Last year I had a giant fisher laying across two branches taking a snooze in my tree my stand was in. Thought it was dead until I got within 10 feet and it ran the hell out of there. Yeah, that would have scared me pretty good.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I just said was my thing now that I'm seeing all these fishers coming around. So, yep.
But yeah, that was pretty cool.
Oh, and then, oh my gosh, more comments. Marvin Yoder says, kill him. Justin Johnson says, yesterday I sat all day with a coon in the same tree. That was a week ago. So, I don't know.
Season yet.
I don't know. Maybe we got people in different states tuning in, bro.
This
ties
back to Bo's comment.
Yeah. People are out there. Hunting bow stand. Justin Johnson's in freaking bow stand right now.
He's in a bow stand right
with
now.
With a crossbeam birch. Climbed up before daylight in my wooden ladder stand one morning, stuck my head under the burlap and was face to face with a huge coon. We both were pretty shocked. Yeah, I can imagine. Absolutely. So thank all you guys that have tuned in and commented on it and looked at Nate's face while he's watching raccoons scurry up a tree.
I was more focused on what was in the tree than getting a good video for the world.
Yeah. But no, me and Nora's porcupine video didn't even get that many views.
That was a good video.
Yeah, that was kind of neat.
Jerry
Bryant says, let's go. Arkansas tuning in here.
Damn, all right, Jerry.
Thank you. So, we need to have like a state checklist board. We've got Pennsylvania. We met that guy at Idaho, Derek. He's also watched us while he's been fishing in Montana. So
Arkansas.
We got Arkansas now.
Arkansas.
We got New York and Pennsylvania. I mean, we're in like 10% of the states with that number right there.
Getting out of there. We're branching out around here in our little podunk town. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've always never got too excited about bow season until
When I
a
walked
couple
out,
weeks.
when I walked out this morning, dude, and was walking to the truck, and you walk.
It feels like it.
It felt good this morning, and today was kind of cool. In the morning. Like I said, I was in Chemung County. We were down at the bottom of the valley,
Yeah.
but there was frost down there this morning. Little specks of frost on the stuff. So,
I think the scrapes are getting tore up. I think the younger bucks are hitting them pretty hard right now.
scrapes, dude, and anything that's like aromatic, like with photos today, dude. Pines were shredded on the rubs. Um, a lot of spice bush was also rubbed up pretty good in some of the wet bottoms. So they're rubbing right now, scraping right now, really heavy. That's the other thing at Grandma's. The scrapes are all tore up hard. The farm, they've been tore up hard. Finally got some rain, so the food plots bounced pretty good. So we're in good shape on that. A lot of people called me freaking out that their stuff wasn't growing. And I was just like, just give it rain in time as long as it didn't. Can't change it. And
Which a thank you to our, I guess you could say, individual sponsor there. Did purchase the mic officially.
Steve, you
No,
lush.
No, he says no names.
Thank you, anonymous person.
Anonymous.
Donated by Anonymous.
Kind of, no. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I wasn't privy to the information.
But he was a little concerned about the height of his food plot because he purchased some of the 100 proof OG mix, and doesn't sound like he ever grew any brassicas or anything like that before. So he wasn't sure on how it would grow, and I don't know. You think. I think people look at videos or like online stuff, or like you look at the Jury Boys food plots, and they're like, "What the frig?"
Sure.
kind of stuff. Like
Sure.
everyone thinks that that's how their food plot's going to turn out. But I mean, it did.
Which sometimes they do.
I told him, I was like, "Well," I said, "Did you look up?" I said, "Brassicas usually only get maybe a foot tall.
Yeah.
They don't really get much taller, unless you got insane soil and
Ample
weather
moisture,
conditions."
yep.
And I was like, we had a dry year for one. I said, two, they've only been in the ground for like a month when he was talking to me. He says, yeah, they're like, I don't know, 6-7 inches tall. I was like, that's good.
Perfect.
I said, you want them to be about close to a foot tall when that real first frost hits.
Yep.
I said, they got like a little
Golf
ball, the baseball sized bulbs on them. I said, you'd be perfect. He goes, oh, okay. I was just a little concerned, thinking maybe I didn't do something right, or
No, it sounds like he's about right on par. If they're it's probably about the same as mine are, dude. They're like up like 5-6 inches or so. And,
I said, and then the whole point in the Brassica blend is you have your layers for the season. You have your radishes, I believe, are the first ones to come up, and they grow the fastest, like your tillage radish and stuff like that. And that gets the deer munching on it early, and then you get the next thing that grow, like, what is it, the turnips or whatever.
Yep.
And the turnips they'll start growing a little later. They take a little longer to germinate, and they'll last a little
slower
farther.
growing. Yep.
They'll last farther into the season.
Yep. They won't frost out like the radish will. Yep.
And then you got your clover that's gonna hold you into the end of the season.
Yep. In the next spring too.
So not only are I wish I could break it down better, but not only are those Brassica mix, good, but that's part of the purpose of this 100 proof OG mix and some of these Brassica mix is to give you food throughout the entire season, not just okay, throw these radishes out there and see. Okay, well you're going to be burnt out by gun season. Then what?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You got some later lasting, some bulb production because they're not typically.
But they're not going to eat the bulbs until like late December, January.
I mean, in some years, like I've talked to this one guys.
That is,
yeah,
they'll eat them. But.
Yeah, sure. And I've talked to guys about this too. Like, if you're just starting out with brassicas, and we even had it for a number of years, dude, where they just didn't touch them. Like we weren't, nobody's local planting cover crops. Deer have ever seen these kind of types of plants before, like to dig bulbs and stuff like that. Like yeah, they'll dig for hayfield, clover, winter wheat, stuff like that. But digging for a bulb is completely foreign, as a rule for us in this area because we didn't have cover crops when we started planting brassicas, probably 15 years ago or so now. Um, the other thing that I also put into the mix, went back to it from an original one. I keep playing with the mix a little bit every year, with percentages and stuff. I put some forage rape in there. So that's just a straight leafy, so that takes a little bit of browse pressure off of some of the other stuff in the mix that's putting more bulb down. Like the rape, rape is only going to have a small bulb, like a really small, not much of a tuber at all. So yeah, it's just a blend of everything, and then you have staples like purple top in there. And then you have some hybrid ones that are a leafy, good producing variety, and then more known for bulb production too. So,
But the way I seen it, and from what I've read and my experience with it, really the whole purpose of the mix is obviously deer like it, but it gives you like almost fresh green growth throughout the entire deer season.
yeah,
Like, okay, this is sprouting the beginning of or mid September through almost the middle of October. Those green tops of those radishes are what they're eating, and then you get the next thing that comes up through all that, which would be you're like
after they browse the
turnips.
rape out of it and stuff. Now you got
Now you get the next thing of green coming in from mid-October to mid-November, and then once you get to mid-November, you start getting those really cold temperatures, frost, snow, and that's when the bulbs they produce underneath them,
or any of the green leafies that get left from some of the
or
stuff
whatever,
they're not so.
and the green leaves on the brassicas stay on those radishes, rapes, turnips.
Some of those hybrid brassica
They
species.
stay green. They're pretty hardy. They go through a couple frosts before they really start wilting hard.
Yeah, and even the last couple years we've had mild winters, dude. So like we don't even see a ton of winter kill on some of these brassica species that typically winter kill. So and that's where stuff like the medium, the crimson clover, yeah, the crimson clover. I'll take a beer. I'm allowed one for the night. The crimson clover or whatever, and there also doesn't frost out unless you got like a super low lying area. But that's really nice coming in the spring. It's really pretty. Freaking turkeys love it.
I love crimson clover. I like the looks of it in the field.
Crimson's really pretty. And then the other nice thing about when I tell folks to plant it is you miss that July, which this year it was July, August, and into September for drought. But with planting in August, when we suggest for folks to plant, because you don't get big woody bulbs and tough bulbs, you get nice tender small ones, bite-sized ones is what I call them. You can go back in and you can put down 100 pounds of rye or 100 pounds of wheat to it to fill in some gaps and
Well, and then when it going back to those
flush it out.
bulbs, for that timing thing, is the sugar content in the bulb. Right?
Yeah, because everything else is around it.
Once the bulb hits a certain age, it's all the.
It's carbohydrates.
It's just like no, it's just like eating corn at that point.
Yeah, well, because everything else is brown.
They're more desirable, and they have higher sugar and a bunch of other stuff in them at a certain point in their growth, and you're trying to hit that point in that.
Yeah, so they don't actually
turnip or radish's growth.
Yeah, so this is a good point because they don't get sweeter. Like they don't just make sugars. So what happens is everything else around it is browned out, frosted out, dead. It's still good tissue. It's not rotting or anything like that. So it's the good game in town. And if you've had them consistently on food, like you said with the greens, you're good with that. But the biggest thing, dude, is just you got to keep the pressure off those plots and just keep them fresh. Like I went in to put wheat and rye out, and like that was when I pulled the cameras on those plots, dude. And like the only time I'm ever going to be around them is hunting them or tracking a deer through them at this point now. So and I'm not hunting usually directly on any of the plots or anything like that either, if I can help it, unless I got something going on with some plans. So, but we'll see. I mean, I got a couple deer that I talked to a couple neighbors about, and I think we got a couple to go after. But I think they're just all going to be in the same ballpark as like Dono and Sixpack, dude. I don't think we got a deer over 130 inches to chase right now. But we got some old deer, dude. Like I think the blind one, I guess the one.
This is something, not to cut you off.
Sure.
But that's something that you and me have kind of, I guess, preached since the beginning of this 100 proof thing.
100%.
Is that you're trying to hunt for age. Hunt for age. Don't hunt for the size of the size of the rack. Obviously, everyone wants the giant trophy, and eventually, everyone, if you put your time in and you do your due diligence, you're gonna get your monster someday.
You're gonna get your buck of your lifetime.
Your lifetime.
Yep.
That's why it's called the buck of a lifetime, because
Sure.
every individual has one lifetime. So, you're gonna have
Opportunities a good deer.
You're gonna have your biggest buck. Your buck of a lifetime might be 120 inches. Someone else's might be 180.
Yep.
I don't know, but that's just the buck of the lifetime. But you got to hunt for age.
Yep. Yep. And I can honestly.
I'm really big on 2.5s.
Yeah, I love them. Hell of a 2-year-old.
It's kind of like that radish bulb.
It's that bite-sized one.
That bite size. The meat's still tender. Antlers are decent.
Nobody's been wounding them like me, so they're running around with arrows hanging out of them and crap. But
I had to throw my 2.5 punt in there.
I know, and I had to throw me whacking deer and not finding them.
It happens. If you're in the game long,
you gotta laugh at yourself.
And then when you're like us and you put yourself out there like we do with this podcast, you're gonna get some flack and some criticism and some people that don't like some
what
stuff.
you're doing, or they can't believe that you're killing 4, 5, 6-year-old deer that are scoring 120 inches because they're like on TV. This deer is a 4-year-old and he's 190. It's like like
But we send all of our bucks out to Wildlife Analytics.
Yep.
And we get the cementum amuli. It's very hard for me to say for whatever.
Knocked it out of the park. Good job, man.
We always get that done with all of our bucks. We get them aged. And you and me both, according to Wildlife Analytics, have not killed a deer under 3 years old in like 5 years.
I think it's longer than that, dude. I don't think since we've done the show we've killed one under 3. Oh, look!
And
right
the
now.
funniest part is, the heaviest weighing deer between you and me that was killed was a 3.5-year-old. Rocky.
Yep.
210 pounds dressed. Heaviest deer. We were thinking, and these people talk about the body size of deer, and I believe
body characteristics.
I think there are some body characteristics that you can play. You can the sway back, the big throw,
it's
down to the brisket.
It's a numbers game.
It's a mature deer.
Yep.
But I think you and me both agree on that these deer, deer like humans. Everyone's its own individual. You have a different build than me. I have a different build than Jesse. You know what I mean? Like,
we all kind of look like
a little different.
Average guys, but
we all have similarities, but we're all different in our own way.
Yep.
So I think it's kind of the same thing with the deer.
Yep. Josh Klein says, "Eating the backstrap as I watch. Good luck this season, guys." Thank you,
too, Josh. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations if that's a fresh back strap.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be really good.
Or if you're polishing off last year's, get it eaten up.
Make room for it.
Make some room. That's a good topic, too.
Yep.
Get in the freezer. Start making some jerky.
I got...
after your hunts, or...
I got...
eating up that venison so you can restock the refrigerators for fresh
steaks right now in the fridge for making stir-fry tonight when I get home. Well, venison stir-fry with strip steaks.
You'll be cooking stir-fry at 9 o'clock.
Yep. Better than a pizza.
I like pizza.
Yeah, I know, I do too. So yeah, I'm in the I'm in the deer age, the trophy room they call it now, which is where you can look at all your deer on the account. Big Willie, Nate's gun buck from last year,
2024 gun buck.
2024, 5.5.
Oh, I got Willie.
Oh yeah,
115 inches.
you haven't taken him to the. We haven't taken him to the taxidermist yet.
I got Willie. This
Yeah.
deer here scored 115 inches and change,
Yep.
and he was 5.5.
Yep. And that deer, he body looked like a 2-year-old. We knew from history pictures before that we figured he was what 3, maybe 4. He had pretty good mass. He had pictures of him from before, but he got wounded, so he was down to skin and bones. I mean, I've never seen a deer that thin and been alive. We didn't scale. Did we scale him?
I say 100 proof max, keeping him alive.
Yeah, keeping him alive when he's all skin and bones.
Did we skin it?
Yeah, when we skun it down
Oh,
there.
I went and looked at him. I don't know if you went and looked at him after he was skunned.
Well, we skun him. They had him skun at DPs, and we looked at him.
In front of us?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember looking at him.
We took the head off, and Daryl's like, "Nah, I don't think it's worth doing that."
He's like, it don't stink, but I don't know if I would eat it.
Then we got Dono, comes back at 6.5. We figured the deer was at least 4 based on pictures, but we'd been passing him for years as a
What
4.5. I think he was like 107.
He was a bruiser.
Yep. Cool was a lot of history of history with that buck passing him. Had some really cool video of him in the snow. It's actually the intro video. The deer you see walking in the snow, that's Dono. Last year, when I was like, man, I don't know if he's 3 last year or if he was 4 last year, but he ends up being 6 when we kill him. 6-pack, which is my bow buck, came back 4.5. Nate's bow buck last year came back 4.5.
Another 115-inch deer.
Yep. Caleb's buck is in here too. Yeah, see, that's a bruiser. That's a 6.5-year-old deer that's knocking on 170. But that's not, dude. That's not the normal. Curly 5.5. He went like 115. Actually, he might have been less than that.
I think he was 118.
118. Still. St. Patrick 5.5.
8-point, but he just didn't have tines.
Yep. St. Patrick 5.5. Inside kicker was 3.5. We kind of figured he was. Rocky was 3.5, which I was really surprised by that one. Hornet was 5.5. That was the one that shot up in Topfield.
He was 5?
4.5.
4.5.
Yep. Nate's muzzleloader buck 4.5. Also a buck. A lot of these bucks are in our intro video actually.
All of them are.
Yeah. Nate's bow buck from
The 8-point?
over by the Boulevard.
Boulevard bow buck.
Yeah, he was 4.5.
That deer scored 102 inches.
Yep. Y-Buck, who was also a low 100s deer, was 3.5. He had that arrow hole through the top of his back. Wasn't me. Outlaw was 5.5, and that's my biggest buck I've ever submitted. So, in that sense, like 2018 when they started, keeping your history of your racks. But it's cool so we can look at them and, scroll through them and talk about it with you guys. So
Yeah,
we should put the scores with them, dude, because. And we should actually put them on a spray chart for you guys, because everyone's I heard this from somebody was like, you really think a 4-year-old a normal one's 130? And I'm like, yeah, unless you're in an above average area, I think a 4-year-old 130 is a great buck. I would love to one day be able to shoot a 60 or a 70 or something like that. Can't be as cool as some people here, but
Me? I ain't shot a 60.
yeah, you shot a 60. You're 11.
No, that was 50.
Oh well,
He's
we
54.
can't shoot all these 50s because we just shoot a 100-inch 2-year-old, and then we pay deer age an extra $10, and they say, "What age do you want on it?" Well, make that one 5. Yeah. So no, we're just killing these 100-inch 2-year-olds.
$5 for the extra year.
Yeah, $5 an extra year. But yeah, and again, it's not 100%. Just like body aging isn't 100%, but it's the closest without. Actually having an ear tag or being there when the fawn is born. And being okay, the deer is born this year. So, I had a comment roll in from my mom, says, FYI, July, August, and September, that 3-month period was the driest ever on record, according to Rochester News. for the region.
Yeah.
So we're definitely in a dry spell with stuff. So
Water holes.
water holes. Go if your bow. Go fill your water hole, Bo. I hope you
Yeah,
did.
Bo, did you ever fill your water hole?
No,
I never got any update.
no.
How come you ask us all this stuff, then you never do what we tell you?
Yep.
You sound like all my friends.
But yeah, I don't know why. Like I'm not successful. It's October 20th, and I'm going out to trim my gun spot. But no, it's good, dude. And I'm not worried about getting in there. Just this past week and stuff. Like stuff's gonna settle down by the time I want to go back into these, spots and really hunt them. So
Oh, okay, you're fine.
yeah, I'm not worried about that side of stuff. Um,
I
yeah,
mean, we were both a little late on things. I mean, I didn't get my last 4 stands trimmed until what, a week before?
well, you know what the problem was? There was no 90-degree days in late August or Labor Day time frame to go do our stands like we normally do. There was no 90s in there. It was like 80s, but it wasn't
It
like,
wasn't hot enough.
yeah, it wasn't hot enough. So, and at the end of it, we're just
I
like,
mean,
oh,
if
we're
we
running
don't
out of
have a
time.
cold winter, I don't know if I'll get any of my winter projects done.
Probably not. Yeah, it's got to be below zero for us to get out there and do anything.
Yeah, we gotta break the ice off or we gotta light fires in the bucket of your tractor to thaw it out before we use it. It's so cold.
It's full of solid ice.
We gotta burn tires in there.
Yeah. keep
Let's
the
get
ice
the
down.
metal pliable again.
Yeah. But no, dude, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm hoping for one deer to show back up, in particular. But he didn't show up till later in October last year, so or he could just be dead. Or he could have moved on. I don't know. Or I spooked him. I went in there late and I spooked him. But
He'll be back.
I think he'll be back. Make an appearance, I would think, sometime during season.
He could have been a victim of a crossbow by now.
Probably at this point. I mean, it's been 24 hours of season so far.
Probably, I'm guessing, 75-yard shot right in the heart.
Yep.
Dead ringer.
Pinwheeled him and then didn't take a picture with the crossbow.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. So
these are all jokes, by the way.
Yeah.
We do kind of feel that way, but they're all jokes. We're all fun. It's all fun.
So yeah, I mean,
Hunting's supposed to be fun.
We're on the fence about Hank.
Hank's got to die.
I think he's.
I think you got to call me in.
Put me in, coach.
I think you got to tag me in. Yeah, go after him. He's a beautiful looking 8-point.
But no, I think we gotta.
He's got to be 4.
I think he is 4. But when Mo got killed, that 4 to 5 jump, and he's identical to Mo. Like frame, all his jumps he's made, he's identical to Mo. And that 4 to 5 jump that Mo had was like unbelievable. Like put on like 30, 40 inches. So, and we always say is that a deer has one good jump, 20 inches, 30 inches, sometime in their life. We've talked about this before. His just happened to really be that 4 to 5. Just happened to be his jump. So, we'll see. But if he comes in, we already talked that he is 4. If it's like a chipper shot, like he's probably gonna end up with a notch tag.
That's the rule.
Or I'll shoot over his back.
4-year-olds are limping.
4-year-olds are limping. Yeah.
He was limping, man.
Yeah.
Just like that turkey.
Yeah. And then we got that one-eyed buck. That same thing. That buck we think is probably going on 5 years old now. At least 4, but probably 5. This is his first year that he's blind, but we've been following him, with his rack and configuration and just history with him because he's got a big scar on the top of his back. Which I'm curious, if somebody ever does knock him down, where that deer happened to him and where that came from. But
Grandma's.
no, it's not over at Grandma's. It's not. My luck's not that good.
He was.
Yeah, could have been. The deer's like 9 years old. He's just like, kill me.
That's
D.
That's D.
They would be close to the spot. That'd be funny, in a way. Yeah, we killed a deer. He's like 9 years old. I don't know. Now you got me
Can't
thinking.
kill 'em.
Now you got me thinking. I want to
Yeah.
look back at pictures and see if there's anything I can tie it to him. You see this one nick in his ear and this one little bit of white that extends off of his throat patch? It's D. I know it. But no, we're calling him. The neighbor named him, so he's affectionately known as Terry Tate.
He's that big?
Well, see, so you got the reference. I did too. And I was like, the commercial Terry Tate? He's yeah, like when he just bulldozes the fridge or whatever.
Office linebacker.
Yeah, the office linebacker.
One
So,
of the best commercials ever made.
yep, 100%. So that's how he got his name because when the neighbor was hunting last year, he had a decoy out, and Terry Tate came in and bulldozed him, and they never got a shot at him.
Oh.
But he bulldozed the decoy, so that's why he's got the name Terry Tate. So
Makes sense.
yeah, yeah. But I thought it was a cool name. It's a little different. So
Terry.
yeah,
TT.
well, TT.
Oh, tea time.
Yeah, and then we got Tune and Fork, which we're gonna let him go one more. See what happens with him.
Should let me go in there and muzzle loader. Get him.
Yeah. We just need to kill. It's for the show. It's for the kids. But yeah, so and that's really it, dude. Then I got that one bicycle buck at Grandma's that I should probably go kill. But other than that, nothing really showing up anywhere else. But it's early. We haven't been over to check the lease in a while. There's a
I'm sure
couple
there's some good
couple good deer that move, But now that that's
They'll be moving in over there.
I was gonna say that last year, what was it, like the 10th of October till you killed? We had like 10, 15 different, like decent bucks, like 2-year-olds or better. Probably had 10 of them over there
We only hunted it, what?
once.
Well, I hunted it 3 times.
Yeah, but I mean once with the bows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I hunted it with muzzleloader, and me and Liza went out opening morning.
Yep. When you slept in, got
Yeah.
your beauty sleep.
Yeah, slept in opening morning because I had to watch Mike Tyson freaking fumble around.
Yeah.
Damn,
So.
was not worth staying up for.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? But, all right. Well. that's
1
about
hour
it.
mark.
I was gonna say we're about at the hour. Oh yeah, 59:24, about on the button.
Perfect. We'll wrap her up.
Yep.
Good luck if anybody's going out tomorrow. Congratulations. If anybody.
If you're eating a fresh backstrap, 100% congratulations.
I think Jesse's gnawing on a turkey leg right now.
Probably. Yeah. But all right, we'll do a last little roundabout for the sponsors. We haven't put the new ones into the outro video yet, so I'm going to shout them out. Busy Bee Chiropractic and Wellness in Newark, New York. Thank you, Britt. And go see him for all your chiropractic wellness needs. Sauna, nutritionist, masseuse. They got it all there. Keep your body good for deer season and beyond.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Snap, crackle, pop. Thank you, M&R Firewood Services and Phelps.
line I am.
Yeah, your posture is phenomenal.
It's terrible. It's not bad. My posture is bad. That's why I got to go to Brett.
Yep. Keeps us straight-ish. M&R Firewood Services in Phelps, New York for all of your campfire needs. I mean, we're in the fall right now. It's a good time to have a little campfire on the deck or something like that.
Great
And,
bonfire weather.
Great bonfire kind of weather. That cool fall celebratory weather.
Celebrate.
Yeah. And also, they sell face cord firewood. So if you heat your house or have like a supplemental heat, reach out to M&R if you're a little bit behind in getting your firewood cut this year. Check them out on Main Street in Phelps or down Seneca Lake. Pierce Metalworks for all of your metal fabrication, repairs, custom work needs. Machining, custom archery products. I mean, you've done a little bit
You
of
want to
everything.
put in an order of 10 bow hangers or
Camera arms.
camera arm? I got you.
Yep. So,
Fishing molds.
and hosts episodes of the podcast here at the shop once in a while. And can do custom turds like Mr. Hanky over here.
Mr. Willie Hanky. So the story behind me making that is I saw someone do it on TikTok, and my son is obsessed with Halloween and spooky trees. He always wants to watch spooky trees on YouTube.
Yep. Spooky, spooky.
So these cartoon spooky trees are always chasing these little cartoon kids around.
Yep.
And Owen loves it, so I made him a spooky tree of his own.
Yep. Yep. Looks good, dude. I like it. Turned out really sharp.
Actually, there was no feet on it. And then Owen told me he needs feet. He can't stomp around.
Well, that makes sense.
I said, okay, well, looks like we got to go cut down some sticks and make some feet. So now he can stomp around and he's better, I guess, according to Owen.
Nice. So Pierce Metalworks for your custom Halloween decor as well. Reach out to Pierce Metalworks today. Phelps Fire Department, thank them for letting us have our chicken barbecue at their venue. If you're interested in booking their venue, they have tables, chairs, a clubhouse, dartboard, facilities, plenty of parking there, full kitchen. So for any of you, like your fundraising, they've had family get-togethers there, whole bunch of different stuff. They've done quarter auctions there. Yeah,
It's a nice setup.
nice venue there. So you can find them on Facebook at Phelps Fire Department, Ontario County, New York, I think is the handle. So thank you to Phelps Fire. Heritage Outdoor Sports for all of your archery and sporting good needs. Be having sign-up starting, I think, for summer leagues pretty soon. We do have a big buck contest going through
Am I in on it?
Whitetail Properties
Oh,
and
I
Heritage.
missed out on Caleb's archery shoot. Did you go?
No, I got busy.
I still owe him $20 for the dough thing.
Yeah, I do too.
He probably doesn't Venmo either.
No.
He's like Amish. He's like cash only.
It's not, yeah. He's probably tuning in right now laughing, so all good, Caleb. We'll get it.
Caleb, we're
we'll get
good
with
for
you.
the $20.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
Damn it.
We'll be honest. We got the 180, 190 pound, 200 pound, sorry. She keeps getting heavier. We keep shoving weights in her. Next door. We're keeping her on ice until we get you the money so we can officially enter it.
Want to make sure she's nice and waterlogged.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we're doing a big buck contest with Whitetail Properties and Heritage.
Am I in on the Heritage one? I didn't get in.
We're still accepting, as long as you're not out there shooting them with crossbows and stacking them up. We got a little bit of a grace period. Just don't come to us and be like, I shot a 160 with my crossbow. I want to enter it.
So it's a crossbow competition?
It's bow, like vertical bow and crossbows together in a category, and then all rifle, pistol, shotgun, muzzleloader. It's $25 for your first entry, and then an additional category entry is $15, so you can get your archery license and then your regular season tag for $40. That covers your dinner, and then if you want to bring an extra guest, it's $15 for their dinner. So $55, you could bring the wife and enter both categories. So, and as long as you're like us and haven't been out yet, or haven't been having that much luck yet, we'll happily sign you up, and hopefully you get that big one. So somebody wins every year.
Gotta be a winner.
Yep, I think we're paying out.
Unless you're the Packers or the Cowboys.
Yep, 100% payout.
Stupid.
So go see Mike and Lou at Heritage Outdoor Sports. You can sign up in the shop as well over there. So, and then last but not least, Whitetail Properties of Finger Lakes, Tim Kent, Heather Kent, Ben Williams, helping unite buyers and sellers. For your sellers, let's find you a buyer today. Just listed my biggest and most expensive farm that I've ever, or property that I've ever listed today. Signed the paperwork for that, so that'll be live next week. 116 acres in Chemung County with a beautiful house, 2 pole barns with poured floors. One has its own furnace and generator for the house when the power goes out, and the other one's got a whole 2 bay with a back bay for wood storage. Yeah, it's a beautiful place, dude. And 116 acres, and yep, so we'll be putting more information up on that one. So, and if you're a buyer, let's start your land search today. Reach out to us, and I'm helping everybody look from 4 or 5 acres up to 100 acres. I was on a 100-acre piece this morning with a guy too, looking at it. So, we'll help you guys, navigate that land search and connect you with lenders if you need lending options, and so much more, dude. So, I think that's all I got, Nate. I think that's another quick rip for the sponsors. So
Yeah, we gotta get that on a recording.
get the outro. Oh, so we can just hit play.
Yeah.
So it's everybody gets fair and equal playing time. Yeah, participation trophies for all the sponsors. Every episode.
Well, that way you just ain't got to repeat yourself.
Yeah, pretty good. That's true. But alrighty. Well, thank you all for tuning in to the episode tonight. And good luck this season. Be safe, shoot straight. We'd love to hear from you guys for your success. We'll post it on the 100 Proof page. If you're lucky enough to get out there and knock something down, be happy to post it on the page. So shoot us over what you get. We'll post updates as well as we go when we get our first sits in and all that stuff. And if we're successful. But yeah, I think it was what? First weekend? Or first week when everyone was successful last year? It came in waves. Like Caleb, Jesse, they all killed early. And then like we had all the youth hunters that had success because that's coming up as well.
Better tag your buck.
You better tag your
youth
buck
season. Because between crossbows and the youth,
you're done.
it's all over.
You're done. So
Might as well just go to work.
but alrighty guys, thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the support and we'll catch you all next time here at the 100 Proof Whitetails podcast.
See ya.
I was waiting for it.